And hi everyone, so welcome back to our OpenFOAM discussion. In the last video we were checking out the results of the turbulent piece of foam case. And now we want to talk a little more about post-processing, which means we want to see the results, of course, of this simulation. Otherwise, why do you want to do all this simulation, right? Yeah, so we want to look specifically at the magnitude of the velocity across maybe the center line and maybe the 20th meter. All right, so let's take a look first by having our axis grid. Okay, so I'll have a data axis grid, and that will help us to see where we are. And yep, so what do you do? So on openfoam.com, in the lid-driven cavity flow, you'll see this thing called plotting graphs in the cavity case. And then they'll talk a little bit about post-processing, yada yada yada. I will skip it. Yeah, of course you can see the tutorials here, but I'll just skip it to the main point, right? Basically what you need to do is this filter called plot through line in the data analysis. So there are two ways you can access it. First is this, by right-clicking, you press Add Filter, go to Data Analysis, and you say Plot over Line. Alright, then you press Apply. And the other way you can access this, of course, is through your regular old filters here. So you select snappypipe.foam or whatever foam file you have, go to Data Analysis, and you go Plot over Line. And you press apply. Now with this plot over line, what are you supposed to do? Well, you will see this thing called the line basically. And what is this line talking about? Well, you can see this line. There'll be a line drawn through this pipe, and there are 2 points that of course define the line. So it is found in this part called line parameters. So it is under properties, you can minimize and maximize. Okay. So the first point is minus 0.5, which is the minimum x value, minus 0.5, which is the minimum y value, and this is almost 0, which is the minimum z value. And then the upper bound, this 0.2 by default, will be the maximum x value, which is 0.5, maximum y value, which is also about 0.5, maximum z value, which is 40. So where do we want our line drawn? Okay. Oh yeah. Let me first explain what this line is for. Of course, we want our line drawn through the center, maybe at x equals 0, and yeah, from y equals minus 0.5 to 0.5. Okay. And of course at the 20th meter. Then we can see, comparisons of the velocity profile as it goes down the pipe. Yep. So where can we? How is this graph actually plotted? So the line itself will be running from this point all the way to whichever point you specified. All right. And as the line runs through this pipe, there will be, the line has a certain length. And this certain length will be the arc length, which is reflected by this x-axis here. Okay, I shall move this up here so you can see it better. So you can see this axis from 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That is the respective length of the line that you are defining here using these 0.1, these 2 points, 0.1 and 0.2. I shall shift this back here, the recording symbol with the timing. Okay, so there'll be a lot of data which is shown here. Not all of them you want to see. For example, you have epsilon, k, the turbulent nu tau, which is the turbulent kinematic viscosity, p, which is pressure, and u magnitude, which is the only one that we want. So I want to get rid of all of them. How do you do it? Again, you go to the display over here. You can maximize and minimize. Sometimes it comes minimized, so it wasn't as easy to see. So you can maximize and minimize, and you uncheck everything that you don't want to see. So for example, epsilon, k, nu tau, and pressure. So you're left with u magnitude, right? So we don't have to press apply because the curve automatically applies already. So where do we want to see our points, right? So first point, we want to go through x equals 0. So it's only x equals 0. So I'm going to put 0 there and then press apply. So where does the line now? The line is running right through the center. And of course, I want, at first you can see the z equals 0. So you see the line just running straight up like that. Okay? So it's not going to intersect anything. So at z equals 0, there's almost like no data down there. Okay? So let's put a slight increase in the z, 0.1. And then we'll have 0.1 here. And we'll press apply. There should be some data. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, display. Properties, so view, display. Okay, so let me see. Where did everything fly? Properties. Oh, yeah. So basically you just press the graph and this x-axis parameters will show up. So let's try again. Maybe at a 0.5. 0.5 and I press apply. And then yeah, it should be under the display thing, and it should be x-axis parameters. Okay, so basically we have this little velocity profile, and we want it to go from 0 to 1, or 0 to 0.1, 0, 0.1, and oh, sorry, should be this one, 0 and 0.1. That's the bottom axis range. Okay, so fiddle around with this. Okay. Or rather just put 1. That's the correct one. Yeah, and then we can start seeing the velocity profile. So left axis maximum, which is the y-axis, this one here, that should be from 0 to maybe 0.12. Yep, and then we can see like the profile initially is very flat, the velocity magnitude. And of course, as we go down, maybe 0.5, we can go 5 meters down then. Let's go 5 meters down, press apply, and then we'll see the velocity starts to taper into a more turbulent-like kind of thing. Okay, so as we go down, maybe go to 20 meters now. You press apply. Then we see it become even more pronounced. And let's go to 40 meters. So this is what the turbulent velocity profile actually looks like. So at 40 meters, you see it's more or less fully developed. Excuse me. For fully developed turbulent flow. And that's perfectly what we want. We want this plot. Okay, of course we can do the same for what do you call that? Laminar flow as well. So let's just open a document. I'm going to snip this for starters. Blank document. I'm going to snip this in. this will be turbulent piezo foam at, where do we want it? Yeah, we want 20 meters, right? So let's do 20 meters for all of them. Okay, so it's a bit weird. Okay, let me snip that again. So 40 meters is kind of more developed. I'll snip this in. 20 meter. I'll paste it here. Then let's look for 40, no, we don't look for that. We look for the laminar as well. So let's look for the laminar one. So I'll put this here. Oh, maybe I'll put this here. Okay, let's look for snappy pipe. This will be IcoFoam. The IcoFoam one. So I'm gonna invisible it. Okay. I have to reset the thing. So let me apply this first. And this should load the next snappy pipe. Never mind. Let me open again. Haha, they're the same name, that's why. Okay, forget it. I'll just do this. This is the IcoFoam version. And it's taking very long, as usual. Oh, it was I didn't visualize it. Okay, so we want the U, we want the magnitude, and we want it at the latest time. Now just scale it. All right. So I'll scale it, and this should give us our rough laminar profile. Then I'll use the same filter, data analysis, and I'll plot over line. I'll press apply. And where shall our line be? Again, we want it through the center and at point 20. So we see as such, see things like so. And we have a really scrappy looking parabolic profile, probably because the mesh size is pretty big. So note, we don't want pressure data, and we want, yeah. So let's use a custom range. Left axis minimum will be 0 to 0.002. And the y-axis, x-axis, which is bottom axis, it should be 0 to 1. And that is exactly the profile we get at 20 meters. Again, very scrappy looking, probably because of the mesh. That's why at 40 meters it looks a lot nicer. It's a very smooth profile because the mesh size is smaller. Then the graph doesn't look so jolted. So this is IcoFoam, yeah? IcoFoam laminar simulation. Oops. Okay, I'll just save it as on this PC, on the desktop. Velocity profile comparison. So, okay, the last thing we want to look at, of course, is the piezofoam version. So you want to look at the piezofoam laminar flow. So it should be here. Snappy pipe, piezofoam snappy pipe, and snappy pipe.foam is here. And we will want to apply the same thing. Okay. Where is it? Close this. And now open a new one. Yeah. Now go for the latest time, of course. And I will look for the filter, which is plot over line. Apply the plot over line filter. And yeah, you look at where the line is. So I'll put through 0, again 0, 0, and 20, 20. And apply. Again, we see the velocity profile is more or less the same. Just slightly different at some points. But I can see that the piezo foam actually does the same job as iGoFoam. That's just to prove a point, because they can both be used to solve. They can both be used to solve the laminar cases. Okay. So now we have a comparison. These two. Okay. Let's shrink them down so we can all compare them side by side. Yeah, let me shrink them down. See, it's more or less the same. More or less the same. So, but the curve shape is slightly different from iGoFoam. All depends on the solver and of course the time steps. You know, turbulence, of course, it will look very, very different from the rest of them. And this is to be expected, right? Because the turbulent profile is very different from the laminar profile. It is to be expected of this shape. I mean, this shape is to be expected, of course. And yeah, the walls, yeah, the velocity is very high as compared to the laminar, because the inertial forces, of course, dominate. So turbulent flow looks a lot more like plug flow. Laminar flow looks more like parabolic velocity profile. Okay, so yeah, that's all I have. This is how we generate graphs, at least using ParaView. Of course, there's a way to just pull data out so you can plot your graphs on top of each other. And then you kind of label, okay, this one's the laminar one, this is the iGoFoam one, this one's the piezo foam in the turbulent one, this one's piezo foam in laminar. So you can do that, of course. That should be a topic for another tutorial, but this is what I have for you, just some graph plotting. Thanks for watching. Just introductory graph plotting, alright? Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I'll discuss some other topics as well. Bye bye.